The Inland Water Transport Department is quite an old department. It was established way back in 1958 with its headquarters in Shillong, and thereafter in around 1963 it was shifted to Guwahati. So over the years IWT has been provided numerous services for the welfare of the state. As of now there are 15 national waterways which has been declared as national waterways by Government of India, and 15 of them are located in Assam. And besides providing ferry services, we also have provisions of cargo transportation, and also there is a huge potential of development of tourism along the Brahmaputra and its tributaries. So there is a huge potential of business in the coming years, taking at the strategic location and the beauty of our the main waterway Brahmaputra along with all its tributaries. Looking at the potential of the Brahmaputra and its tributaries, as developing infrastructure, particularly in the waterways or in fact in any other system, a huge funding is required. So Government of Assam had thought of or taken a decision of improving the overall waterway system and enhancing the overall infrastructure in transport, in water transport sector, and thereby had sought for funding from the World Bank. And accordingly, World Bank, going through the preliminary project reports and thereafter numerous field visits and detailed project reports, consented to finance this project. And the project is of around 770 crores, which is being funded by World Bank at a ratio of 80:20, where 80% is World Bank share and 20% is counterpart state funding. So the project started around 2021 and now it is up to 24. So the project initially it ran in, like, due to COVID situation, it was slow in implementation, but now again it has picked up and we have nearly achieved the various financial or commitments that is needed to be met for completion of the project, and now the project is in track and we expect it to be over by the end of 2024. So Ganga Vilas was a showcase project, as it is a showcase project, and it was one of the longest riverine routes, one of the longest time schedule for a general public. People may not have the time or the resources to invest in such a long tourism destination. For general public, it is always a day or two's program. But to make the world aware, not only about our state, but to make the world aware of the potential of that river, that it can be easily navigated right from its source via travelling the entire course of Ganga and then through Calcutta, then entering again Assam and then travelling all the way to Hodia. That very route is possible to be traversed in such a huge cruise like Ganga Vilas has exposed or shown the world or all to all the private players who are in this line of vessel transportation, cargo transportation, that such a route is possible. The potentiality has been showcased to the world. So it was a very successful program, and the intention with which it was done was truly achieved. Transportation is a day-to-day need, and people should be given the facility of all modes of transport. It is not like that if as airports have developed, the railways will not be there. As railways have developed, the roadways will not be there. All four modes of transportation are needed simultaneously. Every mode of transportation has its own advantages. Either it be the road transportation, rail transportation, air transportation and water transportation. Wherever, whichever is more convenient, whichever is more economical, it will always be used and taken up by the public. So it does not imply that as bridges are coming up, this will not be effective. Is only the thing is that it has to be showcased to the people in the right way. Besides ferry transportation like short distance transportation of crossing from this side of the river to the other side of the river may no longer be used by the public because of coming up of the bridges. But the other solutions like cargo transportation, as you know, cargo transportation by waterways, if the draft, the depth of water, if it is navigable throughout the year, if that is maintained by the departments or concerned authorities, then naturally people will take up cargo transportation to the waterways. Tourism, there is a huge potential to the waterways because that is a totally a different experience on its own. So in that way, construction of the bridges is not a hindrance or it does not affect the waterways in any way. In fact, it is a added boon where short distance travel by the public is being made more easily available than taking this route of waterways, because in waterways you need to come to a docking point, load your luggage into the ferry, cross the river, then again unload and travel. And if there is a bridge there, you simply get into a vehicle, cross the river and you reach your destination. So both are needed. So everything should be developed simultaneously in a holistic way. These are very technical things which I am not much aware of. But one thing is there, wherever they have used this type of experimentation, the existing vessels have not been affected or damaged. I don't know exactly the outcome, might be there used in vessels, and I am aware that this same trial runs were also done with ASTC buses. So there is no harmful or counter effect as far as I am aware of. But the final results of the benefits of using those are very technical and very specific, which I am not aware of. But as of now, like whatever they had done, it did not affect our vessels. I don't know the use of it, whether it will continue or not. But like those will be policy decisions, and those are in trial phases most probably. For better efficiency, is an endeavor of the government to provide world-class, smooth and efficient services to the public, and for the same, like running of buses, running of airports, running of trains, those are better off done by private sector. Similarly, in that line, running of buses is not the job of a government. Running of buses should be done by private players. The government's role is to ensure that the safety norms are maintained by the operators of buses, vessels, or any other mode of transportation. Similarly, taking all those into consideration, Government of Assam has taken the right decision of running these vessels through a company where better facilities will be, where decisions can be easily taken. When things are done by company or individual, any decision like purchase of a bottle of phenyl, in government process it will take you 1 month time, but in a company level it doesn't take any time. You simply go buy, use it in your toilets or use it in cleaning of the vessel. So many decisions can be taken very fast. So hence in operations, in many a case, if it is done through companies or individuals, it is better. So keeping those things in mind, like this company has been formed. It is at a nascent stage, but slowly all operations, not only vessels, vessel operation, cargo operation, cruise vessel operation, in the tourism sector, those all will be looked after by the company. One of the main reasons of the World Bank coming in was to develop state-of-the-art terminal infrastructure. As of now, wherever you see, like when you go to a docking place or ghat to alight a ferry, there are no modern facilities. There are only floating terminals, pontoons, etc., where you have to walk through sand or like not developed area to get on a ship, so which or a vessel, which itself in some extent is a hindrance. So to have a world class terminal facility like any other facilities which are there in airports or railways, this facility is being built up, where it will be something like an airport itself. You get down from a car, you enter the terminal building, which will have all the modern facilities which is required, and thereby, without treading through any mud or slush, you will be able to get up on a cruise or a vessel. And as Guwahati is the gateway to entire northeast, such type of facility will be a showcase to the entire northeast, to whoever comes here. And as we have a huge potential of showcasing our entire tourism sector of the various religious tourism of all the various temples and religious institutes along the banks of the river, besides our most revered Ma Kamakhya and the Umananda temple. This will really be helpful and will boost tourism and give good facility to the people coming to Assam. As far as I know, it will be, we should be able to operate from next monsoons. So, but like there is every possibility it will be done by December or January 2024. It should be ready. I think around 350 crores. Services, like it is a state-of-the-art modern terminal. When you go to an airport, what services are there? It will be similar to that only.